They broke into my home at the Mar-A-Lago. They broke in, they didn't call, they didn't text. They call themselves the FBI. It should be short for First We Break In. That's what they do because they don't care. They came in, they broke open my safe, they stole my rubber ducky. And we love that rubber ducky. Jimbo, we called him, by the way. And they took all the paperwork that I had. I had classified paperwork, national secrets. We kept them on my desk. We kept them like when you have mail that you're about to read, but you didn't read it yet. You say you're going to get to it.
So everyone is still rightfully losing their minds over the FBI's recent raid on Mar-A-Lago, with Fox News pretty emphatically asserting that as of now, we officially live in a banana republic.
And your quick emotional reaction, I think everyone's a little emotional here about this raid.
Yeah, I mean, you think this is some third world bullshit right here. Let me say it again, third world bullshit. I mean every word of that. I don't care that it's cable news. I was a federal agent. I raised my right hand, and I swore to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, and I love this country. This is a freaking disgrace.
And remember Michael Cohen? Well, he's on TikTok now, using his very last breath of celebrity to get his very loud voice out there.
Alrighty, so TikTokers, it's Michael Cohen on Michael Cohen Reacts. Alright, knock knock. Who's there? The FBI, that's who's there.
So among all of these voices and the literal yelling and screaming, only one thing has actually become clear in the days since the raid. No one knows anything about what really happened and what it all means. So let's just pause and put all of this in context. Democrats for the past few weeks have been enjoying their increasing favorability, something that seemed totally unlikely even like a month ago when gas was averaging $5 a gallon, food prices were skyrocketing, and it seemed like none of our leaders really cared about getting anything done. But with some really strong July job numbers, gas on a steady decline, and the Inflation Reduction Act on its way to becoming law, things have almost completely turned around for the Democrats. And heading into midterm season, you can practically hear the sighs of relief all the way from Washington, D.C. But now there's this Trump raid, and initially it obviously seemed like it was a huge win for Democrats and democracy. We all remember the countless times Trump acted above the law, and I'm sure many of you have been waiting for this exact moment for a while and are thus not even really surprised that it came to this. But taking a look at how Fox and the conservative media is spinning this already, it could get very ugly, if it hasn't already. And I'll be honest, there are parts of the raid that I'm a little uncomfortable with as well. In the absence of any further information, it's not hard to start wondering what the real point of all of this was. And certain journalists on the left are themselves giving the right fuel to their conspiracy theories. Look at this tweet from New York Magazine referencing an article by Jonathan Chait in which he says that the reason this happened to Trump is that he's the only president who's committed any crimes. This is so patently untrue and so easily disputable to anyone who's read like anything about American history. Nixon, Ulysses S. Grant, Andrew Jackson, and that's not even mentioning things like war crimes that are recognized internationally that some of our leaders have gotten away with. This type of take from liberals is not only dangerous, but embarrassing. It's also crazy to see people like Andrew Cuomo and Andrew Yang come out against the raid. And I haven't even gotten to the craziness of Republicans calling to defund the FBI. Yeah, who would have thought Marjorie Taylor Greene would be openly tweeting defund the police? So the relative calm we felt over the last few weeks is over and done with. And I think this is going to have a huge impact on the midterms. It's chaos in DC right now, with left and right allegiances shifting and Fox well on their way to declaring a type of Cold War against the left. And again, we don't really even know anything yet. But any day now we might, and it's just going to get uglier and uglier. So fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're in for a bumpy fall. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.